This episode has been sponsored by Erica Acosta from Modern Images, located in Harlingen, Texas, at 2305 East Harrison. Erica is a color specialist and Brazilian blowout certified. If you would like to set up an appointment, give her a call at 956 241 1973. Now back to the show. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Music and Beyond. I am Ernie Crazy Eyes from Primitive Minds and Recall Productions. Today, I have an awesome band, Chronic Trigger. How are you guys doing?
Pretty awesome, man. Glad to be here.
I'm not dead.
I know, right? Same.
Yeah, we survived the year.
Yeah, by quarantining in our band
So
space.
far.
So far.
You know what? When I go to work, like Thursday through Saturday, like I tend to smoke a lot of cigarettes since I work outside, like since the bar area is outside. And when I wake up each morning, I'm kind of like, oh fuck, I'm having trouble, like.
Right?
Yeah.
I got the Rona. You just cough it out. Cough it out.
I know, right?
2 minutes later, you're feeling fine.
Deep breaths.
You know, how's the pandemic been treating you guys since, music kind of stopped, sadly?
Poorly.
I mean,
we're all essential.
I mean, it's been as good as it can be. We luckily, we've been able to focus on our new album and the new single that we'll be releasing here shortly. We're going in the studio on the 7th to work on that single. And so it really just gave us time to, get a lot of this material tightened up and ready to record and kind of work on some of our content and plan for the next tour,
Oh yeah, that's awesome. And I know I'm kind of jumping the gun right now, but when can we hear some? When will we be listening to the new single, and when can we expect a new album?
Hopefully January.
Yeah.
Hopefully January, if everything works out,
so
January.
We've got studio time on the 7th, and we'll see how long it takes to make it how we want and how we want people to listen to it.
And we'll have the new single for the song that only Ryan can pronounce.
That would be fucking Pustule Peter's Poison Porky Porpoise Punchbowl Party. It's a little
It's,
bit of a
it's
tongue
okay
twister.
if you didn't hear that.
It's
It's
a
a
little
to rewind it.
It's a little bit of a tongue twister, but we figured we had to have a song title that matched the song itself.
Right, it's as complicatingly confusing as the song. We'll also be doing a claymation video for that song as well.
Which we've been making creatures making a bunch of creatures for it. It's gonna be fantastic and very gory.
So many
Yeah,
shots.
could be interesting, you never know. Hell, it'll be entertaining at least.
Whatever
I
house
can't wait to see and hear that,
along with
and
the
to
console.
try to pronounce whatever it is that you said.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Plucking, Pustule, Peters, Poisoned, Porky, Porpoise, Punch Bowl, Party.
Yep. Now say that 5 times fast.
Something. You know what? In today's rap music, I think that's one full song right there. Just kind of
Right?
it out.
Yeah. It's 16 bars at least.
Oh man. And where does the name Chronic Trigger come from?
We fought a bear.
Yeah.
We were in Yellowstone, and this fucking bear came up and started talking some shit. And you know what? And that's how we got the name. It was fantastic. It was great. You had to be there. It was one of those stories.
Oh yeah, the bears in the Midwest, they
They
fucking
talk a lot of
tons
shit.
man.
Yeah, it's really all talk though. There's not a lot of follow through with
No.
Midwestern bears. I
Especially
mean,
when you come back with a slap.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll usually.
Were you chronically triggered?
Yeah, by the bear.
I was pretty chronically triggered by that fucking bear.
We like the chronic and we like to get triggered.
I mean,
No,
it's,
the game. Yeah. Definitely the game.
That thing.
It was a game.
Something like that.
I mean, especially now, like it seems like everybody kind of gets triggered easily. So
Right? Exactly. And really when we're writing our music, if it isn't triggering our stimulus and exciting us and making us either giggle or, you know, strain, then it's really not worth playing. So we kind of try to focus on triggering ourselves, you know?
Expressive either way.
Yeah.
Just put on some Nickelback and you'll trigger yourself. No, I'm kidding.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot of alone time. You know, we're musicians. We're not really that social.
Friends.
And what musician or certain person inspired you guys to pick up your instrument?
That differs on the person.
Thursday.
Oh, man.
Thursday. for me.
That's a question for each of you.
We're so diverse in everything that we listen to and play. I mean, my biggest musical influence is a band from back in the day called Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. that shaped most of my life, and then I fell into Les Claypool. That's what got me playing bass and slap bass. But I'd always grown up on metal, you know, classical Christian, gypsy, leprechaun rock. I was big on that for a while, but then I met these guys and they tried to get me into regular music.
Failed.
I would hands down say Mushroom Head and a lot of older Southern rock, which I just listened to from growing up. Just Molly Hatchet, Leonard Skinner, and just a lot of the old blues.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Marshall?
Shit, mostly dad rock, and then I ended up
Skid
becoming
Row.
a
Don't knock the classics, bro.
And then after that, I pretty much became a nerd, got into classical, and then just got into heavier and heavier metal after that. Couldn't get good enough grades to stay in band, so I ended up joining one.
Black Indians, man.
What about you, Justin?
I would say Jimi Hendrix maybe would be one of the reasons why I first picked up a guitar. Well, Jimi Hendrix and like Zeppelin and that sort of stuff. And I mean, I always grew up listening to like Ozzy and Tool and stuff like that. And I would say one of my biggest influences, like recently, would be like Deftones and like Korn is a big influence on me as well. So yeah.
What about you, Tim? What inspires you?
Thursday. They're one of the reasons. There's a little drum segment during the chorus of a song called "I Am the Killer" on Full Collapse. The way that he does the toms right there, it was like a trigger for me. And seriously, I just couldn't stop thinking about the sound of it. And Dream Theater was a big one. Like a lot of us, Tool. There's so many, like you said, dude. There's so many things that I could say. Like even Backstreet Boys and shit from when I was a kid. The same beats.
It's easier finding stuff that didn't influence us.
But now I play metal drums primarily now.
We can
It's
sit here
the
and
funnest to
bands
play.
all day.
It's the funnest type of music to play as a drummer. It's so good for my personality because I have like this aggressive tendency that I can really let it out and still fit into the soundscape.
That's awesome. Oh man. And do you guys have any plans for like a virtual show?
Say that one more time.
You know,
virtual show.
we thought about it, but it's really hard with metal because it's so gritty, it's so intense. You have to be there and feel it. We feed off of the crowds.
You can make a music video out there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You can do a live show and make a music video.
You know, I mean, in that
Cool
sense,
shots.
it's got to be a good production because for us, our live show, it's really something you have to be there. We feed off the crowd. There's a lot of retarded banter. You know, we like to break each other down and have a good time. You know, and that energy is kind of lacking when you're, you know, in your empty room. You know,
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
difficult without.
that's our fuel. You know what I mean? We don't do this for us. We do this for everyone else. That's like the fucking punchline of the joke being shared with the room. You know, it's pointless. I can tell jokes in my bathroom all day long and it doesn't have any effect, you know. But
Long balls
yeah,
chorus.
yeah, exactly. Delivering that music and having the crowd feedback and feeling that energy is why we play music. So doing the virtual shows just doesn't have the same feel, you know. We just rather stick to our retarded 1-minute content videos of us doing idiot stuff and making people laugh, you know. Can't take it too seriously.
But if anybody watching this wants to do that shit and you want to come here and to our venue and do it,
So
you
free.
can do it. We probably wouldn't move our instruments for it though.
Yeah, venue's open.
That's awesome. And I'm honestly like, when I was listening to you guys while I was getting ready for the interview, in my head, I like to just, close my eyes and imagine what I'm seeing and stuff. And I had a good time just listening to the music.
I'm glad, dude. I'm glad you have fun. That's the idea, you know. Like I said, when we write it, if we're not having fun through every bit of it and excited by the next part, like, oh shit, I completely forgot this was gonna happen.
Oh, dude,
This is fucking great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
practice is never boring.
yeah. And also, like I said, if you're ever bored, look up our content videos on Facebook. We were like 50 episodes in. They're little 1-2 minute skits, just a lot of joke stuff, poking fun at common, musician trends and fads, and a lot of just the stuff that us musicians do.
Yeah, we're also going to be releasing a new one within the next 2 days. If you guys want to go onto our Facebook page or our Instagram, TikTok, anything like that, YouTube, we've got a lot of different social media platforms.
Yeah, and we'll get to that at the end of the interview, so that everybody could follow you guys everywhere.
Perfect.
That'd be awesome. Thanks, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you get a chance, I don't know if you've seen on YouTube, we also have a music video for our last single, Cats on Cocaine.
I need another beer.
That was filmed here in Salt Lake, and that's entertaining to watch. I mean, you can watch that video with the sound off. Yeah. Don't though, because it sounds awesome. Don't turn the sound off. We have ways of tracking it. There's an algorithm or something. I got an uncle somewhere. We'll find it.
Oh man, great.
Right.
And, before we go any further, we're gonna take a small little sponsored break, so we'll be right back.
Perfect.
All right.
This episode is sponsored by Hendrix Entertainment, specializing in karaoke parties from the 70s, 80s, and 90s music. For booking, please call 956-325-5757. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. So what are the plans for 2021?
We have hopefully, if COVID doesn't stop things and the borders open back up, we have a big tour planned with a Canadian band, Paramnesia.
Oh, nice.
That's just a tour that was scheduled for July of this year, but due to the pandemic and everything, that kind of put the brakes on that. But it's been rescheduled for April of 2021 tentatively. So if all that goes well,
Which states?
Well, it's going to be Northwest, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, California, Nevada. Yeah, some of the dates may change because of the fact that the tour has been postponed. So we're not 100%. It's mostly going to be through Northwest. And we also are hoping to have the album, You Can't Dance to This, completed by then. And we'll be touring on that album with Paramnesia as well.
Which they're actually making their U.S. debut.
Yes,
It's
they
the
are.
first time they're coming down here, so they're excited. They've got another band from Canada, I believe, coming down with them. And hopefully we're going to have a great half of their tour.
Maybe we'll form a new embassy.
New embassy. Oh, yeah. Bands across borders.
But if you get some time, definitely check out Paramnesia. They're badass dudes.
Amazing.
Insanely talented, those guys, man. Cool. Make me wish I took some sort of music lesson instead of, all the other stuff.
Yeah, I watched a lot of YouTube.
Yeah. I just played with my guitar alone by myself a lot.
Trust me, just as you guys watch the musicians and stuff, I watch people interview, and I'm just like, oh, maybe I'm gonna start talking like this guy, and then sound stupid.
Right?
they took your job.
You sound like you put a lot of that.
Well, he's worked a lot.
Fucking sound guys.
Yeah. And what's the number one song that people always, ask for when you guys are performing live?
I'd say Plucking or Child Predator.
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, because the album that we're recording now, we've been playing live for a few months, and so
Okay.
that I'd say it's either Child Predator Dogs or You Can't Dance to This, which is the title track off the album.
Yeah.
Because that one, it's always a challenge. Sometimes we give away candy, sometimes we don't.
Sometimes we give away pinata. Sometimes there's thongs inside of a pinata.
Yeah.
Sometimes riots in pinata.
Oh God.
I'd probably say You Can't Dance to This is still probably the number one requested song.
Man, I'm gonna have to fucking follow you guys on your tour. Please don't ban me. And what's the craziest thing that has happened at one of y'all's shows?
Oh,
That's,
Do you
did
want-
you almost get stabbed last
how
time?
much
Do you
time?
want? I know. Do you want a list?
I mean, I guess.
I want a list of stuff, bro.
I mean, I guess a top 5. I mean, anything goes here,
I guess we'll start off with the time that we got robbed in Tacoma, Washington. We been on tour, had a bunch of car issues. Like as they'll probably tell you in some of the other stories, we had a shit ton of car issues, and finally got up to Tacoma, Washington. Had a place to stay, which was fantastic. You normally don't get that. Normally we sleep in a parking lot inside the van, and it's great. But we finally had a place to stay and ended up having our trailer broken into. We lost at least a guitar, a cab, a head, 3 drum toms, a couple boxes of merch,
A Warwick custom bass.
a Warwick custom bass, easily.
Ampeg fridge. They drug this Ampeg fridge out and put it in a Honda Civic. An 810 fridge.
It was a fucking Honda
These
Civic.
are fucking dedicated tweakers. So you ever see tweakers out there in Tacoma?
We lost about $2,000 worth of stuff, and
10.
we probably about 10.
Bass
Yeah.
alone was worth 2.
Went down to Portland, Oregon, and
That night.
bought a bunch of new gear, and we were able to play the next show.
Never missed a
because
show.
We would never miss a show.
But I'd say probably one
As
of
far
the
as the shows go, maybe Augusta.
I'd say the craziest show was the death metal festival we played on an Indian reservation in Arizona.
Oh yeah, when that girl got her legs ran over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were down at the Navajo reservation, and it was just the craziest fucking show ever.
We played on a plateau on a sheet of plywood.
Yeah.
For the stars.
Yeah, the cops raided it, and everyone took off, and some girl was passed out there. And I guess when everyone drove out of the field, they ran her over. The promoter tried to get in our van. He broke his hand on the table, throwing a fit. Like, it was crazy. We got out of there without incident, though.
And after we got out of there without incident, we found out we were going the wrong way and had to go
And
back
had to go
the
back.
incident. And
Wow.
then got through the incident.
Yeah, and then our brakes went out in the canyon, and we just, that was awesome too. Then it went down, and then we fixed it, and then we made it home. You just keep going. The secret to tour is don't stop for nothing.
That's crazy. What the heck? And there's 2 songs that I want to ask you guys about. One of them, of course, is United We Taco.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Like that is
All
freaking
right.
hilarious. But it's so good. So can you tell me about that song?
Oh God. United We Taco was just like a weird collaboration of a bunch of different musicians. So we used to have like a jazz major dude who was just in love with jazz theory and everything about
Jazz
it.
progressions.
And that's how that song came about. So if you listen to that and you listen to Cats on Cocaine, you can hear a major
Yeah,
difference.
there's a bit of an
Not
evolution
only
there as we
in,
grow.
Yeah, and
not
see,
only
that's
the
another
music,
song that I was gonna ask about too, because Cats on Cocaine, like what the fuck?
Yeah, right?
It's a big jump.
Cats on Cocaine is a lot more where we are now. You know, United We Taco, that first EP, our Cycles EP, we recorded a few years ago, and we've had a few lineup changes since then. You know, we've grown really. Yeah, if you do it right, you always get better. You find better people that you work with better, and you jive well. So we've grown a lot, and that is reflected in Cats on Cocaine. You know, but a biggest thing again in everything we write is just being excited, having that stimulus. If we don't see the sense in playing a riff 20 times in a song, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could probably take one song and make a whole album out of it, but that's the lazy way to do it. Like, might as well fucking make every song you play at the edge of your own ability, and you're always having fun. You know, it's that tightrope of just right on that line, and it works. It's exciting. We get bored too easily. We all play other styles of music, and there's nothing I hate more sometimes than being the Frankenstein bass guy, you know, 2 notes, and I'm just over there with nothing to do. So what we do always gives everyone stimulus. You know, we all write our parts individually, intertwined with each other, and there's not a lot of mimicry going on. And so
the chemistry makes that possible.
You
Like,
can't
it's
have an
that
entire
keeps it within
band
a
of
certain-
people with ADHD and not have a
I mean,
lot of
right.
fucking changes.
right?
Every single one of us has ADHD. I can
Like honestly, United We Taco and Cats on Cocaine are probably 2 of my favorite songs as of right now.
They are. It's got more of the members that you see right now. And with this next song, Plucking Pustule Peters, Poison Porky, Poor Responsible Party, this is going to be our new drummer's first song with us, and it's going to sound fantastic.
It's
He's been doing an amazing job keeping up with the tempo and the midis that we have produced.
Thank you.
So that way we can make a brand new song that's going to sound fantastic. Especially like his drumming style is very, very technical. We'll also have a nice rhythmic
Lots
tone.
more blasts, but we're still got a lot of that groove in there
That
too.
rock.
And you know, and it's important. You can't pick them up if you don't put them down. You know, it's all about taking that ride.
Our song coming out, I just gotta say, since you guys are talking about past stuff, this song coming out is like one of the most, I don't know how to put it. I could say brutal, but it doesn't really. There's so much groove
It's like
behind it that it's one of the most awesome songs I've ever been able to write drums
it's
to.
kind of like a birthday clown on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic.
I'm so stoked to hear it when it's finished, and I cannot fucking wait for everybody to hear it. It's so dope.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Thanks for the compliments.
I'm excited for just as everybody else, you know. I would like to give you guys, you know, the mic and you know, let you guys, you know, give a message to your fans, you know, since it's been tough this year.
Right.
And no tours have been able to happen as of right now, but you know, this is your chance to, you know, let them know what's up. And
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I think the biggest thing we have to say is thanks to everybody for sticking in there and still supporting bands. Everybody that, you know, hasn't forgotten about us, and everybody that watches our videos, that follows our page, that asks when we're coming to town. That stuff means the world to us. Like, people don't understand local bands that are coming up, us, you know, mid-level touring bands. We feed off of that. That's the reason why we do this. We're not doing this for money. We're doing this to share that passion, that joy. And, you know, we're all insecure humans. If we thought we were good, we'd stop practicing, you know? So it helps. It helps to know that people enjoy what you're doing. And again, it's so important. Yeah, we sacrifice everything, our money, our lives, our time. It's an honor. We wouldn't have it any other way, but we wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for everybody out there that supports us, that watches our videos, and just hang in there, man. Fucking A. Shows are going to come back. Tours are going to come back. And in the meantime,
And Chronic Trigger's going to come back.
fucking A. In the meantime, we're all still creative as hell, and we'll still keep writing music. We'll still keep making stupid content videos and hurting ourselves to give everyone a laugh and just lighten the mood, you know, just
I
Hang
was
in
a
there.
door ram.
He was a door ram.
I can see that. I can totally see that.
It took forever to wash the blood off that
We
door.
do it all
Yeah, there was a lot of
people.
blood on
I mean, we write the songs to entertain us, but the fact that it entertains other people is amazing.
That's the best thing to do.
And that's the best thing about it. It's just the fact that we can share what we have with the people and get reception from it. Like, the reciprocation that we've had has been amazing, and we just love everybody that enjoys our music.
Yeah, just thank you to everyone, and
And everybody else too.
don't ever be afraid to be triggered or trigger people. It's worth it.
It's fun. It's fucking
It's never
funny.
the end of the world, man. Never the end of the world. I spent my life saying the wrong thing at the wrong time, every place, and majority of the time, you know.
Hey, that's why I wear shirts like this. Get the F out.
Right? Exactly. You know, life's too short, and none of us get out alive, so there's no point in taking it seriously.
Have fun.
Have fucking fun, man.
Hell yeah. Now, before we get to the last few things in the interview, here's a word from our sponsor. Would you like your cards read? If so, please contact Lady Isis at 956-292-6867. She also offers other services. Give her a call, and thank you for supporting the show. And this question is more on the fun side. Well, I mean, I hope all of the questions have been fun, you know. But if you were, and each of you could answer this question, like it doesn't have to be a group answer. If you were stuck in an elevator with any musician, dead or alive, who would it be, and what would you talk about?
Justin?
Ooh, that would be. Oh, that's tricky. I'm gonna have to think about it. Let's move on and let me think about it for a second.
Man, one day I'd love to get to talk to Snoop Dogg. I think he'd be
We look almost exactly the same, bro.
Right? I think it's because you never bring meat, and so you're like, Snoop Dogg would be the greatest person. Because he always
Because he'll smoke you out. He'll smoke you out, bro. Justin, you got it yet?
Yeah, so I would say.
It's okay.
Man,
No pressure.
I got this one right here.
All right, you got it.
And any musician, living or dead, I would say Cameron Rollins, because he's probably the smartest, most inspirational motherfucker I've ever known. And I would let him know that he was my surrogate stepfather throughout my entire life. My mom told me he's raising you, so listen to him. And he'll never, ever understand how much wisdom he gave me and how much of the opposite of a pussy he made me with all of his wisdom and excellent stern words. Good old Papa Henry.
Papa Henry.
About you.
You know what, man?
Looking through your iTunes,
Who, me? No. Fucking, you know what, man? I feel like I wouldn't really choose anybody. The reason why is because I've listened to a lot of fucking different vocalists, anywhere from David Draymond from Disturbed, fucking, I don't know, I'm not gonna name a bunch of vocalists because I'm too fucking stoned. Fucking, I listened to a bunch of different guys. They've all given me their own, you know, different influences, anywhere from fucking Blackstone Cherry, fucking Molly Hatchet to fucking Spite. Fucking, I've gotten lots of slam fucking like vocalist ideas. I've got lots of fucking industrial metal, Slipknot, Mushroom Head. Like I just listen, or I at least try to listen to everybody to be able to get different vocal styles that I like to use.
What if there was one musician that you could, if you could talk to him, you could tell him to stop?
Oh, if I could tell him to stop, dude?
Meet him in an elevator and be like, fucking quit it. Everything you're doing, no more.
Dude, I would fucking definitely tell fucking, what's his ass from fucking Nickelback to just stop.
Stop making millions of
Stop
dollars.
being
Please stop
horribly
making millions of
successful.
dollars.
Yeah. Or at least like, just fucking just stop making music. Like you got money, like you had your time.
Okay. We can't talk shit on some other band, dude. So mine would be
I
Danny
think he's
Carey.
terrible.
Danny Carey from Tool is somebody who I even know what I would want to talk to him about. I bet we could talk for hours about his influences, like the kind of music that he studies to get what he puts out, and I think that'd be a dream come true for myself. Seeing him on YouTube, talking to people, like he's so chill, and I just, that's my choice.
I would say probably Chino from Deftones, and just every
chili recipe.
get his
no.
recipe and his chili recipe, and just talk about his way of writing music. I know he's got a lot of.
Weren't we supposed to answer a question about like elevators or something?
Yeah. If I was stuck in an elevator with somebody, and he's fucking Chino, man.
Just feeling.
But he's just a really awesome musician. I really love the way he writes his lyrics, and he's just an awesome person to see live. I've worked countless numbers of their shows, and he just seems like a really fun guy to hang out with. So if I'm stuck in an elevator for God knows how long, I could pry into Chino's mind, Well,
Apparently not.
Dave, not fucking Chino.
And where can we find you guys?
Everywhere. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube,
Chronic
TikTok.
Trigger, CH.
You can also, all of our music is available on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Play,
iHeartRadio,
iHeartRadio,
Google Play,
Pandora, you name it. And there's quite a few homeless people in Tacoma. If you're in the Tacoma area, a lot of homeless people have a lot of our music.
You probably have quite a few fucking CDs, huh?
The Homeless Music Network.
No. Do you guys have any merchandise available?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. We got lots of
more
merchandise
soon.
available. You can either contact us on Facebook. We're currently trying to build a website right now.
Yeah, we have lots of merch. We just did a new shirt for the Cats on Cocaine video. All of the artwork and all of the merch is done by this prick because we're broke. So I draw all of our artwork and do all of our merchandise. And you can find
because we're too cheap to pay people.
Yeah, the images are on our Facebook, but we have lots of merch for sale. We usually at the shows.
It's fucking dope.
Yeah.
I wish you could see it.
Definitely Facebook
This drum head right here is part of it. I wish you could see it better, but it's so fucking dope.
But definitely
Well, the
Facebook
guitar
is
and the mic and
everywhere.
everything.
We'll definitely have that store link on the Facebook page as soon as we get that up too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. And thank you guys for joining me today. And I hope everybody enjoyed the interview that's listening. And if you didn't, we'll fuck you. Sorry, you guys are being bad.
Man, we really appreciate it.
Yes,
Yeah, dude. We appreciate everything you're fucking doing for the scene too, man.
Thanks.
Badass.
Man. I remember everybody that without music, life would be a mistake.
Yeah.